Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning. Happy Saturday at 6 a.m., June 22nd.
Thank you for being with us this morning. And it was a wild week.
Yeah, we had a little bit of heat, a lot of humidity, and Sarah, some good rain. I love those random showers, like downpours.
Yeah, especially on Thursday. I mean, we had those downpours, and it was so nice. I mean, almost 2 inches of rain at the San Antonio International Airport. Wow. So much needed rainfall. This weekend, however, is going to be a great weekend for you to get some of that yard work done, because again, we don't really anticipate all that much rain over the next several days. It's 75 in San Antonio right now, 72 in Hondo, 75 in New Braunfels, and 74 in Bandera. It definitely is humid too. Dew points are in the low to mid 70s, so at the top of the scale, tropical air mass in place, very humid. But when we look at this weekend's forecast, I mean, it's going to be pretty nice. June standards, fairly average for this time of year. 94 today, 94 tomorrow. Not too hot today, but there will be a little bit more noticeable humidity tomorrow, so that 94 is going to feel more like 102, and a 10% chance of a stray shower. But temperatures not too hot in the coming days, and a small chance for rain. Of course, as you're out and about this weekend, there's going to be a lot going on, especially with construction. So let's go ahead and check in with your traffic authority, RJ Marquez.
Well, we have made it to the weekend, but unfortunately that means another round of closures for our drivers on the northwest side. If you live, work, and play, or just generally have to drive around the area, you kind of already know the drill, but let's go ahead and break down some of the key bullet points when it comes to this latest closure, which starts late Friday night and runs through Monday 5 a.m. So the biggest things that you need to know: 1604 eastbound La Cantera to Lock Hill, Selma, that will be closed throughout the duration of this construction that's taking place here on the 1604 North Expansion Project. 1604 West will have one lane closed as you make your way through the interchange, but some good news: I-10 East and West, that will stay open throughout the entire weekend. Again, this starting late Friday night, going through 5 a.m. on Monday. We have some drone video to show you of some of the work that they're doing out there. Here's a look at a couple of the flyovers that we're seeing over 1604 and I-10. You see that they have put up some steel beams in that area. Last week, they put up 5 steel beams. So again, the work continues out there. And again, TxDOT taking some of this drone video for us and showing us some of the work and the pictures that you see right there. So this is an ongoing process, but again, we are getting there. Let's come back out to maps here real quick. So again, biggest thing that you need to know: 1604 eastbound La Cantera to Lock Hill, Selma. That will be sort of the biggest sort of detour that you will have to sort of manage and navigate around. We have full information on KSAT.com. Have a good weekend and stay safe, everyone.
RJ, thank you. A man is in critical condition this morning after he was shot overnight on the city's northwest side. This happened just before 2 this morning at Villas de Sendero Apartments on Timber Path. The victim told San Antonio police that he was alerted to burglars outside of his apartment. That's when he went outside to confront them. Police say that's when he was shot. He was taken to the hospital in critical condition. One person has been detained for questioning. This is an ongoing investigation.
San Antonio police are asking for your help this morning with any information regarding these individuals on your screen. Take a look. Police say they all appear to be teenagers and are known to drive around the city, get out of the vehicle they're in, and allegedly assault people walking on the street. Police say they also shoot their victims multiple times and leave. If you have any information, you are asked to call SAPD Homicide Unit at 210-207-7635. And now to the courtroom. A Bexar County jury found a man guilty yesterday for killing a woman and then burning her remains in 2021. Andres Tarnava had no reaction when that verdict was read after just over an hour of deliberations. During the trial, in a recorded confession, Tarnava said he was mad at his ex-girlfriend for allegedly stealing some items belonging to his late father. Now, Marisol Klingelhofer's burned remains were found in barrels on Tarnava's property. Tarnava could be sentenced anywhere from 5 to 99 years or life in prison.
Happening today, gun safety will take center stage. San Antonio police and fire departments are teaming up for a community safety fair in District 3. SAPD is giving out free gun safety lock boxes to raise public safety awareness. The event is at the Southside Lions Senior Center on Pecan Valley. It goes from 9 to 11 a.m.
This morning, a big ruling from the U.S. Supreme Court. In an 8-1 decision, the High Court upheld a ban that prevents people with domestic violence abuse records from owning a firearm. The justices rejected the argument by gun rights groups that ban violates the Second Amendment. Now, Chief Justice John Roberts wrote that the law, quote, confirms what common sense suggests.
Another big story we are following closely this morning is the summer heat.
More than 100 million Americans remain under heat alerts from the Northeast to California.
As ABC's Allison Cossack reports, life-threatening heat also returning to the West.
The weekend begins with more than 100 million Americans under heat alerts in 15 states across the country. This week, extreme temperatures disrupting train services from New York to D.C., Amtrak suspending service for hours due to a malfunctioning circuit breaker.
The train turned off and we were stuck on the tracks for, I think, maybe an hour or two with no air conditioning.
In New York and New Jersey, the rate of ER visits for heat-related symptoms up 800%. In Buffalo, schools handed out bottled water, but some students were frustrated they had to struggle through hours of testing with no air conditioning.
When you're trying to sit there and think and process, and then you got the heat, it just drains you.
On the West Coast, Phoenix Red Cross volunteers went door to door sharing safety tips.
If you have to be outside for only a minimal amount of time, as much as needed. Definitely drink a lot of water, always stay hydrated.
Cities like Washington, D.C. and Baltimore could reach 100 degrees on both Saturday and Sunday, potentially setting record highs. There are also heat alerts in effect across parts of the Southwest, with cities like Las Vegas and Fresno all reaching triple digits in the coming days. Allison Cossack, ABC News, New York.
All right, Bernie champion, long-distance runner Elizabeth Leachman was featured on national TV last night. How cool is that? She is just 16, and she ran the 5,000 meters at the U.S. Track and Field Trials at Hayward Field in Eugene, Oregon. She had tape on her right hamstring like she did at the UIL State Track and Field meet back in May, but still the only high schooler in the field ran the best in the world. She finished 26th overall in the two heats. She didn't qualify for the final on Monday with a time of 16:36.67, but she left a lasting impression on the announcers.
This is truly remarkable, Lee, because the 5,000 is an event that you get as your body hardens and you get older. You really have to build the strength to run it. She qualified for the Olympic trials in her first outdoor 5,000 meter run, only 16 years old, the youngest competitor here at the Olympic Track and Field Trials.
So even though she is not going to Paris, Leachman got a lot of love on national TV, and I hope she knows that she's getting a lot of love and support back here at home. It is so amazing, Tiff, to see of course, any of our local athletes compete in the Olympics, but someone 16?
Incredible. Her mom and family is so proud, of course.
So
and
proud.
And the community, we love you. We're proud of you as well.
She'll be at the Olympics and she'll be a champ one day. She's got plenty of time.
Yeah, and they make it look effortless, though.
Yeah. It's like, can we get a regular person out there to see how hard it is?
Time now, 6:08, 75 degrees.
All right, the Fighting Texas Aggies in the spotlight today. After the break, a preview of the Men's College World Series Championship. We know Sarah Spivey's getting excited. Can we get your whoop, Sarah? There you go. A lot of enthusiasm there.
And a look outside with live cam. We know several states, they're dealing with that extreme heat this weekend. Here in San Antonio, a little bit different. It's going to be hot and humid. Sarah's going to break it down for you coming up next. Texas A&M fans are getting excited this morning. Their baseball team has been on a great run.
They sure have. Now they will face Tennessee in the Men's College World Series Championship Series. The Aggies got here by beating Florida, Kentucky, Florida again for the Aggies' first 3-0 start ever at the College World Series. Tennessee is also 3-0 as they head into their matchup with the Aggies. Needless to say, Aggie fans are hyped.
Today is Game 1 at 6:30 p.m. Then Game 2 is tomorrow at 1 right here on KSAT 12. And Game 3, if needed, will go down Monday night at 6.
Okay, so we have some predictions right now, KSAT.com. This is all from the KSAT crew. Okay, here are just a few. Steve Spriester says it will be Aggies in 3. Adam Caskey says Aggies in 3. Mia Montgomery.
There we go.
She is also an Aggie. She says Aggies in 3. Mary Rominger, Tennessee in 3.
Mary.
Well,
Come on, Mary.
she's not from Texas. Larry Ramirez says Aggies in 3. So, Sarah.
Okay.
Wait, Ben Spicer at Tennessee in 3. I'm seeing Jason Foster, Tennessee in 3.
Oh, you're pointing them out now.
I know. Let's point out all the Tennessee
I need to
people.
see the traders here.
Now, I think the Aggies have a good chance. I don't really follow baseball all that much, but you can bet I'll be watching some of these games. Obviously, I'm an Aggie, gig 'em Ags. Okay, I feel like I'm going to take this opportunity and teach you guys a yell.
Oh, boy.
Okay? So at A&M, we don't have cheers, we have yells. So would you like to learn one?
I don't think we have a choice, yes.
Okay. Now, usually you go like this, and you project outward, okay? Well, we won't do that, okay? Instead, I want you to repeat after me. Farmers fight.
Farmers fight.
Farmers fight.
Farmers fight.
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 Farmers fight.
Farmers fight.
Hey, whoop!
There we go.
Good job. Hey, for all of our Aggies out there.
There was a lot of gusto in that.
We got
you
two
got
more.
down and were like, you got to, you in the squat position and.
Yeah.
I need more coffee.
I was like, can we do this at 8 a.m.?
The reason why you squat is so you can project louder.
Oh.
I got that, yeah.
It's the stance. It's
Project your voice. So there will be a lot of yells this week across the newsroom. Sarah's
practicing.
I'm used to this. I'm used to people making fun of the Aggies, okay? I'm used to it. What we're not used to is a lot of rain.
Yes.
And we got a lot of rain since June 1st here in San Antonio. We've seen more than 2.5 inches of rain for the month, which is almost a half inch above average for the month so far. And they're still laughing over there.
I think it was the stance.
It was the stance?
Yeah, it was.
I'll tell you in the break what that is called.
Okay.
You won't believe it. You won't believe it. Okay? All right. Since January 1st, though, we've seen more than 15 inches of rain. We're actually running in a surplus of rainfall for the year so far by 11/100ths of an inch of rainfall. We could use more rain, but it's going to be sparse and in between in the next several days. In fact, only a few chances for isolated showers Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 10 to 20% chance. Outside in San Antonio, it's 75 degrees, 75 in New Braunfels, 70 in Boerne, and 71 in Kerrville. Take a look at the relative humidity, though. Relative humidity anywhere from 90 to 100%. Probably even a little bit of light fog out near the Boerne area. But when you look at your KSAT 12-hour forecast, it's going to be a pretty pleasant day. Very summer-like outside, humid, warm, but not too hot. We'll be in the 80s this morning, still 88 by noon, and then in the afternoon getting into the 90s, but the high temperature should only top off right around 94. Fairly average for this time of year, and some folks in the hill country will stay in the 80s, 89 in Boerne, 88 in Los Maples, 92 in Canyon Lake, 94 in Converse, 94 in Seguin, 93 in Devine, 91 in Uvalde. Let's take a look at the clouds and radar across the nation. We were kind of talking about this a little bit before the break, but there is a big heat high, a dome of high pressure, creating heat across a good portion of the nation. Even though we're fairly average, much of the nation is dealing with excessive heat, especially the Northeast. They're under heat advisories and excessive heat warnings for areas like Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., New York City, areas of the nation. Not every building has air conditioning up in the Northeast, and they're going to be dealing with heat index values as high as 106 in Washington, D.C. today. A lot hotter than what it's going to feel like this afternoon in San Antonio. Again, these are heat index values, so a very hot forecast for a portion of the nation. Meanwhile, we're going to be fairly average in the coming days with highs in the low to mid 90s. The only thing we'll have to deal with starting tomorrow is a heat index value, a small heat index value. It's going to feel like it's in the triple digits during the peak heat of the afternoon. But remember late May, early June, we were dealing with heat index values as high as 115, 117 degrees. So this is not out of the norm for us to see temperatures in the mid 90s this time of year. It's pretty nice to not have to see any triple digits there in the forecast. We are going to be without significant rain chances, though, in the next several days. Only isolated rain on Thursday and Friday. Hey, coming up in the forecast in the next half hour, we're going to talk about how many 100-degree days we've seen so far this year and how it compares to last year. Last year was our most triple-digit days. Could this little bit of rain help delay more 100-degree days?
We hope. I hope so.
I'll let you know a little bit about climatology here.
And I hope your Aggies win.
Me too.
I may not have the gusto to do the cheer, but
I would love to see Sarah's laughs go up in flame as the Aggies win.
There you go. It's 6:19 and 75 degrees. We'll be right back. Happening today, San Antonio Parks and Recreation hosting a free Pride resource fair. It will feature organizations, presentations, advocacy, and health and wellness resources. Plus, there will be activities and giveaways. It starts at 11 a.m. and it goes until 3 p.m. at the Berta Almager Dance Studio and Community Center. The event is open to everyone.
If you're interested in some live music, there are a couple events happening today. You can check out live music at the Shops at River Center. There will be a free show from Rofast Ramblers from 6 to 8 p.m. also today, the San Antonio Music Showcase. The festival will feature dozens of local bands across several venues in the Alamo City. A wristband gives people access to participating venues from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Okay, it's 6:23 and 75 degrees.
Parents, listen up after the break. Some important news about baby wipes and why you shouldn't leave them in your car.
If you have small children, you probably have baby wipes everywhere.
My diaper bag, my kitchen, in both kids' rooms by the change stations and in the car.
Whether you use wipes for diaper changes, removing makeup, or cleaning sticky fingers, you want them to be safe. So Consumer Reports teamed up with Made Safe to investigate the list of ingredients. Of 15 brands they looked at, 7 had what they called concerning or unclear ingredients.
These wipes contain potentially harmful chemicals, including some that may be linked to cancer risks. Many are made from plastics that don't break down in the environment.
And some have a low pH balance, which might irritate skin. CR contacted the companies. Coterie and Costco said they use very small amounts of certain chemicals as preservatives or skin conditioning agents. Pampers said their ingredients undergo rigorous safety testing. CR says some better biodegradable wipes that aren't too expensive include Healthy Baby, The Honest Company, Kaboo, and Water Wipes. When shopping, they suggest avoiding potentially harmful chemicals. Go for biodegradables and fragrance-free. As for storing wipes,
Heating them in a wipe warmer may seem like a good idea, but it can be a breeding ground for bacteria.
the FDA says temperature extremes, like hot cars, can break down preservatives and allow bacteria and mold to grow faster.
And don't flush them, even if it says flushable. Consumer Report says don't do it. It's the best way to avoid a plumbing clog. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
Good morning. It's 6:30 a.m. Saturday, June 22nd. Thank you for waking up with us.
We're already seeing traffic picking up on the roads, and it is the weekend, so
it's the weekend, and you know, people are starting their summer travels. I'm going to be taking a big road trip. Sarah, oh my God, y'all, I didn't tell you, I had such bad car trouble.
Oh no, what happened? I mean, because you're going to the Pacific, you're going to the Northwest, right?
No, well, the West.
Yeah, sorry, West.
My 4Runner broke down on Thursday.
Oh no.
So shout out to Ramon, who the tow truck driver that helped me. He was so kind. He put my car up in the pouring rain. Bless his heart. He's a big GMSA fan. He asked me to give a shout out. And then also Isabel at Universal Toyota, who got my car ready for me. Speedy.
Way to go. So everything's good.
We're good.
To go?
We're good.
Awesome. So excited that you're going to be able to take that trip, Sarah. A lot of people going to be enjoying some time this weekend outside, mainly because it's not going to be too hot. It is going to be hot, but not too hot. That's the big weather story for this weekend. Outside right now, you can see we're waking up with some clouds this morning, 75 degrees, and it is humid. 94% humidity out there. Winds are calm. Visibility's fine in San Antonio, but you go up into the hill country, you might run into pockets where you're dealing with some areas of patchy fog. 71 in Kerrville, 75 in Del Rio, 75 in Cotulla, 75 in Gonzales. This is the coolest part of the day. Walk the dog, go outside. I went to Friedrich Park yesterday. It was amazing. Check it out if you can. It's actually pretty nice out there with some of the streams trickling because of the rain we got over the last week. And you might want to mow the lawn today because there's a lot of lawns out there that have enjoyed some of these recent rains, and we really are not anticipating any rainfall today. And for a good portion of the morning, it's going to stay in the 80s, so not too bad to mow the lawn. By the afternoon, it'll be 94, east winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Hey, coming up in the forecast, I am going to take a look at some activity potentially in the Gulf of Mexico. You know, last week we got some rain from that system in the Gulf of Mexico, and I'll tell you if this system is going to bring us any additional rainfall coming up in just a bit. Tiffany, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. Happening now, road closures went into effect. It's all part of 1604 North Expansion Project. That's on the northwest side of town. It'll affect you near 1604 I-10 area. Roads reopen Monday morning at 5.
This morning, police say a man is in the hospital after being stabbed by a family member. This happened in the home in the 2000 block of Observation Drive. That's near the intersection of Highway 90 and Loop 410. Police say 2 men were at home drinking. They say one of them did not want to drink anymore, and that's when the man's brother-in-law allegedly stabbed him in the neck. The victim was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. Police say the brother-in-law ran off, and at this point they haven't found him. Now to the courtroom where it took a jury just over an hour to convict a man of murder. Andres Tarnava was found guilty of killing his ex-girlfriend in 2021. Her remains were found in barrels on his property. Erica Hernandez breaks down those closing arguments.
We, the jury, find the defendant Andres Perez Tarnava III guilty of the offense of murder as charged in the indictment.
More than 3 years after her death, there is justice for Marisol Klingelhofer. Marisol disappeared in April of 2021. A month later, her burnt remains were found in 2 barrels on the property of Andres Tarnava. During his trial, the jury saw Tarnava's video confession. In it, he told Texas Rangers he killed Marisol because he believed she had stolen items from his late father. In closing arguments, the defense said investigators couldn't remember a lot about how the investigation was conducted.
They don't recall, except for maybe 1 or 2 officers, how many were there. They don't recall what instructions were given to them. They don't recall.
Also, they urged the jury to disregard the confession because it came after Tarnava waited 4 hours to be questioned.
To have someone sit for hours and hours, and we don't know what those conditions were. It's part of it to kind of wear a person down so they're more susceptible giving the statement.
But the state fired back that Tarnava had every opportunity to say he needed something or to keep quiet. They said they proved without a doubt that Tarnava was responsible for Marisol's murder.
We live in a society, ladies and gentlemen, of consequences. So find him guilty.
That was Erica Hernandez reporting. He could face a maximum punishment of life in prison. A judge will determine his fate at a later date. We have a full breakdown of the trial on KSAT.com. Just look for the story on our homepage.
A family is grieving this morning and remembering the life of a man known to so many across San Antonio as Mr. T. Tommy Anderson was a funeral director for decades, and he died last week after his house caught on fire. Avery Everett was there as the community came together to honor him.
Hugs are holding this family together through a hard goodbye.
No, he was be missed immensely.
Tommy Anderson had a spirit known widely across San Antonio. For decades, he was a funeral director, but his smile lasted his entire life.
How would you describe him?
My dad was a character.
That's why his death has been so hard.
My dad meant so much to so many other than me.
Anderson died after his Southeast Side home caught on fire just more than a week ago. Arson investigators on the scene say his motorized mobility chair sparked the flames, and his son, Tommy Anderson III, was there as fire crews put it out.
It didn't burn to the point that it cannot be saved.
Yeah.
But we can't deal with it.
What did this place mean to him?
This was his safe haven.
Why was it so important to drive your dad past this one last time?
This is home.
A heartbreaking loss, but one that has brought this community together, all to honor Tommy Anderson.
The visitation on Friday was just one of many memorials planned this weekend for Tommy Anderson. His family is inviting the public to his funeral on Saturday. Those details are on your screen right now and on KSAT.com. Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
A San Antonio church had their speakers taken, but they weren't stolen. They were confiscated by the city for continued noise ordinance violations. The Infant of Jesus of Prague Church sits on the West Side neighborhood off of West Woodlawn and Northwest 36th Street. So neighbors in the area have been complaining about the church playing the sounds of bells too loudly since April of 2023. And in May of this year, city code compliance took priest John Gabriel Olivares to municipal court after multiple noise ordinance violations.
Judge ruled you or deemed you to be a habitual noise violator.
That's what they said it was.
What are your thoughts on that?
That we could have bells, but we cannot. They better not be heard more than 2 houses away, or we get a $1,000 ticket. We got 6.
Code compliance says the municipal court put the priest on probation, but due to continued violations, they confiscated the speakers. Friday morning, a win for those who live in the area. Spoke to KSAT. But it's something the priest disagrees with, and he says he'll fight back on.
Here in Military City, USA, hundreds of veteran volunteers work to complete some projects for local nonprofits.
They're part of the group The Mission Continues. It's a group focused on connecting military veterans with under-resourced communities. This morning, the volunteers were at Haven for Hope doing some landscaping. One volunteer we spoke with says he's happy to do his part.
That's what we're here to do, to help support them, help this community so they can get back on their feet as quickly as possible and be contributing members of this great community called Military City USA.
The organization will be in San Antonio for the next few days. They'll also be making stops at VFW Post 76, the Democracy Prep at Stewart Campus, and Garcia Street Urban Farm.
640 and 75 degrees.
A look outside. 75 degrees sounds nice right now for right now, right?
Yeah, minus the humidity, but hey, anything's better than triple digits, Teb.
And if you do need to mow the lawn, maybe a little bit this early, but maybe later down.
Sarah Spivey will have a forecast when we come back. Sweltering summer heat is enough to deal with on its own, but it can also help mask the signs of type 1 diabetes.
The autoimmune disorder, different than type 2 diabetes, causes excessive thirst, which can be overlooked when it's hot out.
Courtney Friedman spoke to a young patient who wants families to know what they should look for, explaining why it's so important to catch the signs early.
Meet Rufus, the type 1 diabetes bear that 8-year-old Sophia Roussel uses to teach other kids about her condition.
So like here you can put the pump, and here you can put the Dexcom and pump. Here is where you can do the finger pricks on the hands.
She's a pro because she has those gadgets herself.
What do you got on here? Are those puppies?
Yeah.
The Dexcom constantly checks her blood sugar. It's just one tool for type 1 diabetes patients.
Down here is where the pump is, and it gives me insulin and basically keeps me alive.
It was 2 years ago Sophia was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, which is very different than type 2.
Really thirsty, cranky, but also really shaky.
She kept saying, "Mom, I'm thirsty." And I was like, "Okay, where's your water?" "Oh, I finished it."
Sophia's mom, Connie Ann Roussel, has 2 family members with type 1 diabetes, so they caught it somewhat early, and Sophia was not hospitalized for long.
And we were all kind of like, how did we not see this? But there's so many ways for it to be thought of as normal things that just go on.
Especially now when it's so hot outside and it's normal for kids to stay super hydrated. But there are other symptoms. Frequent urination, feeling lethargic, being excessively hungry yet losing weight, blurred vision, and even a fruity breath smell.
It's harder for toddlers because they can't communicate as well.
Maybe if you have a child that's not potty trained yet, maybe you're having to change their diaper more often.
Advocacy group Breakthrough T1D board member Michelle Day says kids who are potty trained often start wetting the bed, and catching all these signs can save a child's life.
Diabetic ketoacidosis can cause comas and seizures. High blood sugar for a long period of time can cause neuropathy, heart issues.
Day's daughter Addison was diagnosed 5 years ago and wants kids to learn the signs too. So like Sophia, they can live awesome, active lives.
I feel like everyone else.
Courtney Friedman, KSAT 12 News.
My husband's a type 1 diabetic, so when you're outside in the heat, like your sugar can drop real quick or it can shoot up. So be careful out there.
Absolutely.
In the heat, like anything over 94, 95, especially with the heat index, Sarah.
Yeah, and even though today we're only going to be at 94, keep in mind it is still going to be humid during the peak heat of the day. Now, I want to take a moment and check in with how many 100-degree days we've had so far this year. We have had 7 100-degree days so far this year. It really is not that bad, especially when you look ahead to the forecast. I don't think we'll hit 100 in the next 7 days. And on average, we usually see about 18 in a summer. But last year, we had the most on record, 75. Here's something interesting, though. By this time last year, by June 22nd, we had 5 100-degree days. So far, we're outpacing last year, but it's important to remember that all of those triple-digit days last year came in July, August, and even in September, and we didn't have any help from the tropics last year whatsoever. So the X factor is the tropics. We could get some more rain in July and August. We'll just have to wait and see. They don't necessarily correlate with each other, but we'll keep you posted. Again, in the week ahead and this weekend, I mean, it's not going to be at 100 degrees. We're going to be at 94 today, 94 tomorrow. In the week ahead, 95 for the high, and then in the low 90s to end the week. So I don't think we're going to add on to that triple-digit tally, at least for the next several days. In fact, we're going to be pretty close to average. And we have the recent rains to thank for that. You know, the ground is fairly saturated. In San Antonio, we saw anywhere from 1 inch to 2 inches of rain Wednesday and Thursday, with a lot higher amounts further south. Take a look at Corpus Christi, over a foot of rain for that area just within the last 5 days or so. So all of us benefiting from some recent rains, not only because of the rainfall, but because it's going to be keeping those high temperatures down. Speaking of the tropics, there's a little bit of deja vu right now. In the western part of the Gulf of Mexico, there's a 50% chance of development here into a tropical depression or a tropical storm. But unlike last week, this week, that is going to stay well to the south, and we're really not going to see much in the way of moisture or rainfall from that low pressure system. In fact, again, it's not even going to bring too much rain onto parts of Mexico, which areas like Monterrey have seen way too much rain from Tropical Storm Alberto. As we take a look at the high pressure system that's going to be moving into place over the next couple of days, keep in mind with this high over the Four Corners region, it still opens up the possibility for an isolated shower, but not significant rain. So when we're looking at rain chances in the next several days, only isolated and only really at the end of the week, 20% chance. A summertime pop-up shower or storm is possible, but nothing like what we saw last week with consistent rains. Outside right now, it's 77 in San Antonio, 71 in Kerrville, 71 in Uvalde, 75 in New Braunfels, and 72 in Carrizo Springs. For your KSAT 12-hour forecast, a nice day, a little bit on the warm side, but not too bad. It'll be 88 by noon. As we head into the afternoon, temperatures will get into the low 90s. East winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. 94 for the high temperature, fairly average. And by 8 o'clock, we will be in the upper 80s. So high temperatures today, 94 in New Braunfels, 94 in Hondo, 94 in Gonzales, 92 Carrizo Springs, 90 in Kerrville, and only 93 in Del Rio. It is going to be a little bit more humid tomorrow and in the days ahead. And so because of that, there will be more of a heat index value. It'll feel like 102 tomorrow, even though the high will be 94. And again, the biggest thing we'll be watching for is a chance for isolated rain on Thursday and Friday of this upcoming week. Not too bad of a forecast. I still want more rain, guys. We still want more rain. It'll be interesting to see when the drought monitor comes out later on this week. That'll include Wednesday and Thursday's rainfall. Hopefully we'll see some improvement in the drought in parts of the hill country.
Yeah, we definitely need it. I know the farmers especially have something on their mind.
It was awesome last week. I was outside enjoying some of the rain and just thinking, wow, it's June and it's raining like this. We couldn't ask for a better forecast last week.
Absolutely. Thank you, Sarah. 6:51 and 75 degrees. We'll be right back. Well, new data shows existing homes for sale in America are the most expensive they've ever been. According to the National Association of Realtors, the price increased in May for the 11th consecutive month. The median price of a previously owned home in the U.S. last month is now more than $419,000. That's the highest price on record, and it's up almost 6% from last year. So according to Zillow, households would need to save more than $127,000 to make a down payment on a typical home and afford the mortgage payment.
If you have an insurance policy for your pet, it might be getting dropped soon. Nationwide is dropping 100,000 pet insurance policies because of high vet costs. Tens of thousands of owners are now in limbo as many of these animals losing coverage are older or have pre-existing conditions, which means they might not be eligible to be insured with other companies. Now, Nationwide says impacted customers will be notified by mail. We'll be right back.
I'm David Sears, and I'm hoping that you'll join us for a very special edition of Instant Replay coming up this Sunday night. Matter of fact, it is going to be my last appearance on this incredible show that we started way back in 1993. It just built up from there, and we're going to look back at some of the memories that we have of being on Instant Replay, some of the interviews we did, some of the stand-ups that we did, some of the fun that we did. So please join us on Sunday night, the final installment of Instant Replay for myself as we close out an incredible career. Thanks to you. We'll see you then.
I'm not crying. You're crying. Miss you, David. All right. Outside, a beautiful sunrise this morning. It's 74 degrees and very humid out there. But we are going to be looking at temperatures climbing to about 94 degrees for the high temperature today at 4 p.m. So hot, but not too hot. We know it can get hotter this time of year. So welcome to see the temperatures in the low to mid 90s over the next couple of days. What's not so great is that rain chances are very low. Little to no chance for rain in the coming days. Thursday and Friday, there's a small 20% chance for an isolated shower or storm. Yeah, David and I did our last Science with Sarah together last week at Reaching Maximum Independence. It helps adults with special needs reach independence. You should check it out. We're gonna miss David.
Oh, we miss him so much.
I'm excited to see that tomorrow.
Yeah,
same. Hey, be back here at 8 a.m.